Welcome, everyone. Today I want to share a story that resonates deeply with us Jamaicans, a story of resilience and unwavering hope. Picture this, it's the late 1970s, a time of scarcity in Jamaica. Our setting is a modest home with a small veranda in the countryside. The house is old, with a zinc roof and creaky wooden floors. As the sun sets, the last golden-orange light filters through, casting a warm glow on the scene. Inside, an oil lamp flickers gently, illuminating the humble space. Now, imagine a Jamaican parent, enduring economic hardship. Despite the struggles, the spirit of hope and resilience is palpable. This parent sits on the veranda, a Bible in hand, softly praying and singing. The atmosphere is charged with faith and determination. You can almost hear the night insects chirping softly in the background. Power of faith. Until next time. Welcome, everyone. Today I want to share a story that resonates deeply with us Jamaicans, a story of resilience and unwavering hope. Picture this, it's the late 1970s, a time of scarcity in Jamaica. Our setting is a modest home with a small veranda in the countryside. The house is old, with a zinc roof and creaky wooden floors. As the sun sets, the last golden-orange light filters through, casting a warm glow on the scene. Inside, an oil lamp flickers gently, illuminating the humble space. Now, imagine a Jamaican parent, enduring economic hardship. Despite the struggles, the spirit of hope and resilience is palpable. This parent sits on the veranda, a Bible in hand, softly praying and singing. The atmosphere is charged with faith and determination. You can almost hear the night insects chirping softly in the background. The air is cooler now, and a tiny curtain flutters in the doorway. The walls are plain wooden or concrete, with paint faded by time. Everything suggests simplicity and poverty, but also warmth and care. The space is well kept despite the family's limited means. Scattered around the scene are subtle signs of hardship. An empty flour container sits in a corner, a stark symbol of the household's low food supplies. In Jamaican parlance, an empty barrel signals there's nothing left to eat. Yet, this parent trusts there will be food for tomorrow even when tonight's supplies are meager. This sort of situation was real for many families during tough economic periods. But through it all, Jamaicans have always found strength in their faith and resilience. It's a testament to our culture, deeply rooted in hope and spiritual resilience. As we reflect on this scene, let's remember the strength of our ancestors. Their faith, their hope, and their unwavering spirit have carried us through the toughest times, and it continues to inspire us today. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Let's carry forward the spirit of resilience and hope, just like our Jamaican parents did in hard times. Stay strong, stay hopeful, and never forget the power of faith. Until next time.
I remember my childhood home like it was yesterday. The creaks of the old furniture, the smell of hope in the air. It's a world away from where I am now, but it's always with me.
We didn't have much, but we had each other. And that was everything.
Mama, why do you pray so much?
Because prayer gives us strength, my child. It's our true wealth.
I didn't understand then, but now I see. Those words shaped my entire life.
Papa, when will we get new furniture?
One day, child. For now, we make do with what we have, and we're grateful for it.
My father's hands told a story of hard work and sacrifice. His words taught me the value of gratitude. Every night, I'd fall asleep to the sound of Mama's prayers. Her voice, soft but unwavering.
Lord, give us strength for another day. Bless our family, keep us together.
Those prayers were our true possessions, more valuable than any material wealth. I remember the calendar on the wall, its pages rarely turned. Time seemed to stand still in our little home, each day blending into the next.
Mama, why don't we have nice things like the neighbors?
We have something better, my love. We have faith in each other.
The old lamp cast long shadows, but they never seemed ominous. They were comforting, somehow. The way Papa's eyes would light up when he told us stories, despite his exhaustion from work.
We may not have riches, but we have stories. And stories, they feed the soul, my boy. Remember that.
Mama's hands always moving, mending, cooking, comforting, praying.
Our home may be simple, but it's filled with love. That's what matters.
The resilience I saw in them, it became a part of me, shaping who I would become. Now, in my own home, surrounded by comfort, I find myself looking back. The contrast is stark. Soft cushions instead of lumpy springs, smooth walls instead of peeling paint. But something feels missing. That intangible warmth that filled our old home. I realize now that the true wealth was never in things. It was in the spirit of my parents, in their unwavering faith, in the love that filled our humble abode, in the lessons learned through hardship. I am who I am because of those years, because of the strength forged in that small, sparse room. And now, in my own moments of doubt, I find myself echoing Mom's prayers. Lord, give us strength for another day. Not for material wealth, but for spiritual richness. I've come to understand that our poverty, it wasn't a lack. It was a different kind of abundance. An abundance of faith, of resilience, of love. The very things that have carried me through life. So now, when I look at my own children, I hope to pass on that same wealth. Not in things, but in spirit. In the strength to weather any storm. Because that is the true inheritance my parents left me. More valuable than any fortune. And as I sit in my comfortable home, I find myself longing for that old creaky chair, for the sound of Mama's prayers, for the warmth of Papa's stories. I close my eyes and I'm there again, in that small, humble home that taught me everything. And I whisper a thank you for the poverty that made me rich, for the struggle that made me strong.
I remember my mother like this. Every evening she'd sit there on that old veranda. The day's work would weigh heavy on her shoulders, but her spirit never broke. Our little house in Jamaica wasn't much, but it was home. Mom would wake before dawn, her hands already busy with the day's chores. The days were long and the work was hard, but she never complained. Sometimes I'd catch her looking at the empty flower bin, worry creasing her brow.
God will provide.
And every evening, without fail, she'd make her way to that veranda. She'd reach for that old family Bible, its leather cover cracked and worn, and then she'd begin to pray. Sometimes she'd sing softly, her voice barely a whisper on the evening breeze.
What a friend we have in Jesus, all our sins and griefs to bear.
I'd watch her face change, The worry lines they'd soften. And there'd be this moment, this beautiful moment when peace would wash over her. God will provide, she'd always say. And somehow, He always did. Years have passed, and that little house in Jamaica is just a memory now. But every time I face a challenge, I think of her, sitting there praying. And when I look at my own children now, I pray they see in me even a fraction of the strength, the faith, the love I saw in her. Because that is a legacy worth passing on. A legacy of faith, of resilience, of unwavering hope in the face of adversity.